I expect nothing of you because you have never given me anything. I can't trust you, okay?
I am a liberal white woman. We are absolutely the most dangerous women out there. We are the most dangerous women that exist because we want to think that we are better.
White women have abused us our whole lives. Why do we have to hold your hand? Can't we just tell you, hey, you guys have hurt us. This is what you've done. Now make it right.
I don't see color. I don't see. So how she said, I'm blinded to color. Like, it doesn't faze me at all. When we bleed red.
I'm just gonna drop the bomb here. That's white supremacy. Color blindness is white supremacy. Do not teach your kids to be colorblind. Do not talk about color blindness. Don't say that I don't see the color of your skin and we cut ourselves open, it's bleeding red.
If you're going to cry, leave the table and go into the living room there.
It's right there.
When a white woman starts crying, what happens?
All the attention is to the woman.
I want to ask also to stop acting shocked. So part of white feminism is acting so surprised when we tell you.
But it is. Why are you telling us not to act the way that we act if it is surprising?
Because
to me, that is surprising.
That upholds white supremacy. Why are your feelings so hurt? But why are your feelings more important than the reality of the violence of our lives? Time out. Are you saying that black people, African Americans, descendants of slaves, are taking advantage of that? You just said
That's
you have.
not what I'm saying.
At these dinners, we see white women behaving badly. And that bad behavior looks like denial of white supremacy, denial of racism, and even denial of slavery. This is nothing new.
Why is it that being called a racist makes you so upset?
I believe that every white person is racist because of the system.
Does love save the Mexicans who are in ICE facilities? Does love save Trayvon Martin? Does love save Sandra Bland? So who in this room, raise your hand if you're a racist. Dang! Woo! We did it!
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel today. Today we are going to be discussing the video that you guys just saw at the beginning here, which is a little preview of the documentary Deconstructing Karen. If you haven't heard about that, we're going to talk about it today because I actually thought it's a great idea to keep this going, and I'm going to tell you why. But before we do, please make sure you like this video and share this video. Right now, I'm still only on Instagram. I'll be uploading these videos at a later date once my suspension on YouTube is up in about a week and a half. But please do head over to my YouTube channel, also at Let's Talk Darling. Make sure you subscribe over there. Make sure you like those videos over there and support me because I appreciate it. All right, let's get started with talking about Deconstructing Karen. I don't know if anybody has seen this floating around, but I actually saw it and then didn't pay much attention to it. And then it popped up in my For You for YouTube, which by the way, you should never click on the suggested videos in your YouTube, but I always do because they're so perfectly crafted for me. And I was like, let me just see what this Deconstructing Karen is about. And when I sat and watched it, I didn't watch the whole thing because it's only at film festivals right now. I don't believe you can watch it anywhere. If I'm wrong, correct me down below in the comments. I watched some of the highlights, let's just say. And I want to tell you guys what this is about because I don't know if everybody that's been kind of talking about this or posting about this really understands what this is and what all is involved here, right? They have been saying liberal Karens, sit down with two liberal women to discuss how racist they are, right? Well, there's a little bit more to the story. So let me first go to deconstructingkaren.com, and they have a whole About You section, which is quite interesting. So I'm going to read it to you because it explains a lot. Okay. The crystal is polished. The china is pristine. The candles are lit, and the nice white lady guests are about to be served some cold, hard truth. Regina Jackson and Sarah Rao, who are the hosts, have launched Race to Dinner. That is what it started out as. a movement to inspire white women to confront themselves and to acknowledge their own racism and complicity in white supremacy. The dinner will remind you of your favorite childhood memory of playing the game Clue. The most dangerous person in the room is never the obvious suspect. What if the Bible-thumping conservative Trump voter isn't any more racist than the liberal yoga teacher who screams, "Love is love"? What if well-intentioned liberal white women actively play a role in upholding racism and white supremacy? In this provocative documentary, white women experience radical honesty about racism, their daily role in upholding it, their conditioning to ignore it, and the essential part they can play in tearing down the systems that are killing Black and brown people every day. The premise is simple. What if white women could and would show up to help end racism? Watch out, Karen and Becky are coming to dinner. So that's what the About Me section says. So I think a lot of people thought that this was a table full of liberal, apologetic white women. And it actually is a mixture of women. There are Trump supporters. There are liberal women. I think there are people that are kind of in the middle, extreme, non-extreme. There's all kinds of people here at the table. Now, the hosts, however, they're special, okay? They're special. I'm not quite sure if they are a couple or what's going on here, but on their website, it tells you a little bit about these two women and their background. And yeah, I mean, that's about all I'm going to say. They're nothing special, to tell you the truth. I mean, they're nobody that anybody's really going to recognize from anything else. But I was also looking at the team that it took to put this documentary, Deconstructing Karen, together. And what's quite interesting, as much as they talk about how the white woman is holding them down, out of a team of 6 people, they have 1 man, 1 Black woman, and the rest are all white women. Okay, so there's a lot of irony there, because for 2 women that claim that white women constantly hold them back and, keep them from being great, they certainly didn't have a problem with the white lady Patty Ivins, the director, or the cinematographer Gretchen Worthen, or the associate producer Catherine Montgomery, or the producer Jessica McWilliams. So it looks like there's 2 producers, aside from the director, who's also a producer. And one of them is a Black woman. So yeah, pretty interesting, right? That they wouldn't put more Black women, Black or brown women, on the team to make this actual documentary. But you can read about them. I'll put the link below so you guys can go, or the website below so you guys can go to it. But here's my thoughts about it, okay? So you guys saw the little preview at the beginning, and you kind of got a chance to hear that there's some women there that fully agree that they are the most dangerous thing in the world because they are racist and they perpetuate racism. They ooze it, actually. And, people need to be afraid of people like them, right? And Sarah and Regina, the hosts, the dinner hosts, they fully agree, and they love to hear these women, apologize for their white skin. But there are a couple of women there. To my understanding, there's one that I think you see in the video that gets quite upset at the fact that they are painting her and other white women out to be these across the board racists, and that they're the problem. She fights against it, right? The sad part is, and not to spoil it for you, but the sad part is at the end of the dinner when she says, "Raise your hand if you're racist," everybody in the room raised their hand because they all came to the conclusion that in one way or another, they were racist, okay? So I think that they need to keep going with this, okay? I do. And you guys may be like, what? They need to keep going with this. Here's why. Here's why I think that. Because they need to, I think Netflix, I think Hulu, Prime Video, anybody, movie theaters across the nation need to pick this up, because you guys need to see how freaking ridiculous this is, okay? You need to see how destructive this is. There is no point to this, but I fully support them doing this Deconstructing Karen race to dinner nonsense, because all it's going to do is show their true colors, and those true colors are this. These people are never going to be satisfied. They don't care if you put a black square up. They don't care if you wear a BLM t-shirt. They don't care if you let them in front of you, in line at the grocery store. They don't care. They want to forever make you feel like shit because you were born with white skin. Okay? That's just what it comes down to. And Sarah, who is an immigrant of Indians, okay, Indian immigrants, a daughter of Indian immigrants, okay, if you watch this, you start to get this perception that Sarah actually thinks she's black, which is amazing to me, okay, because she tells very little of her experience from the lens of an Indian woman. She tells the experience more so from the lens of black women, which I don't understand, okay, because she's not black. She's not black. And listen, I'm not going to go too far into this, but what I am going to tell you is everybody should see this, because if you feel for a second that because you were born white, that you need to be doing better to make this world safer and more comfortable for black and brown people, you are going to feel dumb. Okay? Because what this proves is they don't care what you do. They're going to forever just make you feel like shit. And that's what their point is. The worst part about this is these women and the people that do the race to dinner thing that they have, because this is something that they started on Facebook where they charge anybody who wants to pay $2,500 to come and sit down and put up with this bullshit. You can come and sit down with them and you can have this great discussion about how racist you are. So who in their white mind is going to pay $2,500 to sit down and be told you're a racist? Come on. You got to be kidding me. Okay. You've got to be kidding. And then on top of that, you're going to show your face on Facebook and documentary. Like you deserve an award for going to this. You look like an idiot. Okay. You look like a total loser that you're letting these women tell you how terrible you are for being born with white skin, something that you can't control, by the way. Okay. But anyways, I just wanted to give my 2 cents on this lovely little documentary that's showing at some film festivals. And there's a video on their Instagram page where they're just like, share it so that all the streaming platforms, put our documentary up, because of course people want to see it. People are only seeing like the clips that are being passed around, right? So they're trying to like build up momentum for it. So anyways, that's all I got. If you guys have any thoughts on this, if you would pay $2,500 to go sit down and have a discussion like this, chime in down below, because if you do, I got a dinner I want to invite you to. I have a dinner I want to invite you to. Yeah. What's funny is this particular dinner that they show in this documentary is a very nice dinner with white china and crystal glasses. But she says in an interview that she did with another like podcaster or something like that oftentimes, because it's up to the host, whoever hosts the dinner, it's up to them on what the setting is. So you could be sitting in lawn chairs in somebody's backyard, eating Subway sandwiches or just snacking on chips or whatever. But $2,500, you still have to pay to get in. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Make sure to give this video some love. Hit that heart button, hit that like button, and hit that share button. And I'll be back with another one. Bye-bye.